All right, we're leaving Earth behind today for a grand tour of the cosmos. But listen, this is not your average sightseeing trip. This is a survival challenge. We're about to visit some of the most hostile, most terrifying planets ever discovered, and you're coming with us.
You know, it's the classic sci-fi question, isn't it? We all look up at the stars and wonder, could we make a home out there? Well, today, we're putting that question to the ultimate test. And I'll give you a little hint. The answer is not always what you want to hear.
So here's the deal. That's our only rule for this trip. We're going to hop from one world to the next, and on each one, we're starting a 30-second clock. Just 30 seconds to see exactly why humanity is not welcome. So buckle up, because our tour of terror is officially about to begin.
Okay, first up, we're heading straight for the hottest neighborhoods in the galaxy. And I mean, we are talking about temperatures so extreme, they make a volcano look like a cool summer breeze. Let's see what happens when you step foot onto a world that is, quite literally, a furnace.
Our first stop, well, it's surprisingly close to home. Venus. It's often called Earth's sister planet because it's about the same size. But trust me, it's more like an evil twin. Forget the family reunion. Venus delivers a deadly 1-2 punch. It's not just the 462 degrees Celsius heat, it's the atmospheric pressure, a crushing 92 times what you're feeling right now.
Your 30 seconds start now. Instantly, you're not just feeling hot, you're being flash-cooked. At the exact same time that immense pressure flattens your body, think of a skyscraper being dropped on you while you're inside an oven. And taking a breath, the air is so thick with sulfuric acid it would dissolve your lungs from the inside out. You wouldn't even last 1 second.
And if you thought Venus was bad, our next stop is an absolute inferno. This is Corot 7b, an exoplanet that is tidally locked. That just means one side of the planet is permanently facing its star, kind of like how our moon always shows us the same face. This constant cosmic barbecue cooks that side to an unimaginable 2,300 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to turn solid rock into vapor.
So your 30 seconds here? Pff, you're incinerated before your brain can even register the heat. There's no solid ground to stand on, just a churning, roiling ocean of lava. But the craziest part has to be the weather. The heat vaporizes rock, which then forms clouds, and then it rains. Not water, it rains molten rock and hot pebbles. Forget an umbrella, you'd be caught in a downpour of lava. So if you thought raining rocks was the worst it could get, you really haven't seen anything yet. For our next part of the tour, we're visiting planets where it's not the heat or the pressure that gets you first, it's the weather itself. And believe me, this isn't your average thunderstorm.
So meet HD 189733b. Now from a distance, it's this beautiful, deep blue marble, kind of like looking at Earth. But as you get closer, that beauty turns into pure terror. The winds here are legendary. They're whipping around the planet at over 8,700 kilometers per hour. That is 7 times the speed of sound.
Your 30 seconds here would be over in a blink. You wouldn't just be blown away, you would be flayed alive. You see, that beautiful blue color comes from silicate particles in the atmosphere. It's a supersonic storm of flying glass. You would be sandblasted into atoms, sideways at thousands of kilometers an hour. Just unbelievable.
Okay, let's head to another world with some seriously extreme weather. OGL TR56b. This is a type of planet called a hot Jupiter. It's a gas giant that orbits terrifyingly close to its star. How close? Well, a full year, one trip around its sun, takes just 29 hours. And being that close cooks the planet's upper atmosphere to a blistering 2,000 degrees Celsius.
So how would you last for 30 seconds here? Simple, you wouldn't. You'd be vaporized. The heat is just overwhelming. But the atmosphere is even stranger. Scientists think the clouds there actually contain vaporized iron. So you wouldn't just be cooked, you'd be breathing a searing, toxic metal fog until your body just became part of the planet's hot metallic haze.
We've seen fire, we've seen storms of glass. So for our final act, we're going to worlds where the very laws of physics seem designed to destroy you in the most creative and horrifying ways you can imagine. These are the true cosmic nightmares.
This is WASP 12b, and it's nicknamed the Doomed Planet for a very, very good reason. It is so close to its star that the star's gravity is literally tearing it to shreds. The immense gravitational pull has stretched the planet into the shape of an egg and is siphoning off its atmosphere. The star is basically eating the planet alive.
If you were to find yourself here, you'd experience a fate that physicists call spaghettification.
The star's gravity would pull on the parts of your body closer to it so much more strongly than the parts farther away that you'd just be stretched out, like a piece of spaghetti. And as you're being stretched and cooked, your actual atoms would be pulled off into a stream of matter flowing right into the star. You would literally become stardust.
Let's move on to our second to last horror, Trez 2b. Now this isn't a world of violent, sudden death, but of pure psychological terror. This is the darkest planet ever found. It is less reflective than a lump of coal, absorbing over 99% of the light that hits it, a world of profound absolute darkness.
Your 30 seconds here would be a true paradox. You'd be floating in a blackness so complete it would be totally disorienting. But here's the twist. Despite the pitch-black darkness, the planet is nearly 1,000 degrees Celsius. It absorbs all that light and just converts it into heat. You'd be burning up in total darkness, breathing a toxic, light-swallowing atmosphere. What a nightmarish way to go.
And now, for our grand finale, we present Kepler 78b. It's roughly the size of Earth, which, might sound promising at first, but this is no Earth. It orbits its star so tightly that its surface isn't made of rock or water. It's a single planet-wide ocean of boiling, molten lava. Your 30-second tour here is the shortest one yet. In fact, it's over in less than a fraction of a second. The moment you arrive, you just plunge into a sea of lava hotter than 2,000 degrees. There's no process of dying here. You simply cease to exist, instantly vaporized and dissolved into the molten surface of the planet itself. The ultimate dead end.
And just breathe. Our tour is over. After visiting those 7 worlds of extinction, coming back to our own planet, it feels a little different, doesn't it? The sheer violence and hostility out there in the cosmos really puts our home in a stunning new perspective.
I mean, let's just put this in perspective. Just compare our closest neighbor, Venus, to Earth. One is a pressure cooker hot enough to melt lead with clouds of acid. The other is our home, a gentle 15 degrees on average, stable pressure, and life-giving water clouds. The difference isn't just vast, it's the difference between instant death and vibrant, thriving life.
If this journey has taught us anything, it's that the universe was not built for us. Habitable worlds like ours, they are not the norm. They are the breathtaking exception. The conditions we take for granted every single day, breathable air, liquid water, a stable climate, that's not a cosmic guarantee. It's a cosmic miracle.
We've just seen 7 ways the universe can kill you in an instant. But there are billions upon billions of other worlds out there in the dark. Which leaves us with one final thought. What else is out there? What other unimaginable beauties, or even more terrifying horrors, are just waiting for us to find them?